It's a Friday morning here on the AM Show. My name is Benedict Owusu. We've got sports to talk about. Well, we're going into a weekend where we see action here on the local scene. Ghana Premier League match, the 11 matches. Also on the international scene, there will be English Premier League games and, the European leagues as well. In Spain, the La Liga will be on, as well as in Italy, the Italian Serie A and Bundesliga as well, French League on, and other stories as well. The Masters, the Golf Masters is also on. The 2017 edition of the Golf Masters is on, and we'll definitely update you on that one as well. But we start here on the local scene, and pressure is obviously on Kumasi Asante Kotoko coach Drafko Logarosic. Well, yesterday some fans stormed at the Adako Jachi training ground. That's where the club trains, and yesterday it wasn't that good. As the fans were there in agitation of Drafko Logarosic's exit. Well, I'm privileged to have on the lines my colleague Delali Atiasi of Love FM, who is coming to tell us more on what happened at the training ground yesterday of Asante Kotoko. Dela, how bad was the situation? First of all, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Benedict. I think that it's not a good thing for the club at this time. We are very early on in the season. And I think that these guys should give the coach some time. I think it's very, very bad because a coach will not expect to see such a thing happen to him, especially if you put into perspective the fact that he lost just 2 games the whole season. But I think management did not really deal with the situation before, because, these guys, talking about Seidu, he's well known. He was close to former CEO. He came into the scene during the times of now Bant Mahene, Sylvester Asare-Usu. And so he's known in Kotoko circles. He was on Sika FM in the course of the week. He was on Insha FM, and he made a threat that they are going to stop the coach from training with the boys. And I'm told that there's one other guy called Chum, who was also on Boss FM, also saying the same thing. And so I thought that management could have calmed the nerves of these boys because they are supporters leaders, you understand. Not official with the circles, but they are guys who talk and people listen to them. The fans of the club listen to them. And so I think that the management should have maybe called them, spoken to them to make sure that that unfortunate scene that happened yesterday at Okojachi could have been avoided. They didn't do that, and this is what happened. And very well, I spoke to the communications director of the club, who said the coach said he has witnessed some of these things before, and so he's not bothered. But I tell you, he's bothered because I've spoken to people who are close to him who tell me that the coach is very, very bothered, is very much bothered because he was not expecting to encounter such a thing when he was coming to train with his boys ahead of the game against the Buswan Dwarfs on Sunday. It is not a good sign for the club going into Sunday's game. Now, if you look back, Kotoko in the last 3 seasons, they sacked Didi Dramani early on in the season, about 3 seasons ago. They didn't end well that season. Last season, the same happened to the Duncan. It didn't end well for the club as well. And so the fans should be cautious about the fact that they want this coach to go. I spoke to the communications director yesterday. That's Obed Champon. He did say that yes, management has listened to what the fans had to say, and the coach has promised that he's going to work things out and reshape the team for Sunday's match. But if this is what it will take a management to consider the future of a coach, then I think it's not the best.
And obviously, going into the game against the Buswan Dwarfs on Sunday, this will have effect on the team.
Definitely, it's going to have an effect on the team. I think that they should get a psychologist somewhere to come and strike the team up, because yesterday at a point in time when even the assistant coaches decided to organize the training in the absence of the coach, the senior players told their junior colleagues that no, we shouldn't go that way. We should wait for our head coach to come, because they felt that was not the way it should go. They are preparing for such a big game. They lost the midweek match against that is Mediama, and so a lot will be expected of them. If you come and disrupt their training in this way, what happens? They have only today to do another shake-up before the game on Sunday. I'm thinking, and I have the feeling that on Sunday these boys will be playing under a lot of pressure. Not even the boys alone, but even the coach, because they want to impress. Now, if they are pressured too much, then that is where you see them playing, and they make all sort of mistakes. And so I think the supporters should take their time, have patience, and know how to approach this particular issue. Yesterday at the training grounds, it was not an overwhelming support for what happened, because if you speak to some of the fans, they were divided. Some felt that the coach should be given time, others felt that he's not doing much. And so it's not like all the fans are towing the same line of the few ones who were there yesterday to, do what they did yesterday.
Okay, Dela, thanks so much for your time. Definitely we'll come to you for more in our subsequent sports bulletin. So that was my colleague Delali Atiase live from Kumasi, where yesterday Asante Kotoko fans stormed their training ground at Adako Jachi to prevent their coach Drafko Logarosic from holding his training session ahead of their game against Ebusondorf this Sunday. Well, they are agitating that the coach should be fired. They feel that he's not doing well for them. When he came, he promised attractive football. He also promised attacking football, but now Asante Kotoko hardly even get results. In their last 3 games, they lost to Accra Heartful, drew the other game, and also lost to Mediama SC in midweek at the Takwa Stadium by 2-1, and they've got to play, Ebusondorf on Sunday at the Baba Stadium. They feel that he's not doing enough to help the club. They lie third on the Premier League table and will still stay here on the local scene from Kumasi as Asante Kotoko will move to Accra Heart of Folk, and Heart are set to appoint a new managing director following the exit of Vincent Soa Odote. We've been speaking to a board member of the club, Frank Nelson.
Yes, I'm sure, very sure he's not going to continue as the MD for Accra Folk, but I don't run Accra Folk as a personal product or company. Accra has a structure. We have board of directors, we have the management and everything, but I'm sure the board chairman in the shortest possible time will convey a meeting. I've heard people making speculations, all over that this person wants the job, this person wants to come in, this person has been selected, and I just want to confirm to every other person listening to me this morning that the board of directors of Accra has not made any decision, has not received that. Application must have come to the secretary, but nothing has been tabled in the presence or to the director. So we need to look at it and be careful in what we say. But at the end of the day, we'll make sure that we'll get somebody who will fill the seat, because the supporters want a club to be managed in a very well. It's a public limited liability company, a company that is out there for the public. Shareholders are interested. They want to know what is happening with the club that they invested money. So we must make sure that we put things in the proper place so that the confidence will always be there. But that you can count in Accra, so we will not stay sleeping or any other. We will not lose focus on that.
Is it possible?
Yeah, I think it's possible. In my opinion, nothing stops us from doing that. And because, you cannot create that vacuum, leave the vacuum for that long, because you cannot be doing an interim situation. Somebody needs to come in. It's one of the standard, one of the requirements, in terms of you being a public limited liability company or being listed in the stock exchange. So you must put that structures and make sure you don't create that instability that people will start lose confidence in your products. We must make sure that that is done as soon as possible.
So that was Frank Nelson. He's a board member of Accra Heart of Folk, and his team Heart of Folk this weekend are in Obuasi to play struggling Ashanti Gold. Obviously, they will be hoping to extend their form in terms of results. They are chalking in the Premier League. Their last game at the Accra Stadium, they won big against Bichim United, 4-2, and this weekend they travel to the Obuasi Linkley Stadium to face Ashanti Gold. Well, that is one of many matches that will be played on week 11 in the Premier League. So other matches will be on the screen pretty shortly, and Great Olympics will be at the Accra Stadium to take on Accra. Ediana Stars will play their second game in Accra. In midweek, they were in Dansoman, and on Sunday, they will be at the Accra Stadium to play Accra Great Olympics. So Kotoko Dwarfs at the Baba Stadium, Ashanti Gold Heart of Folk in Obuasi, Bichim United Inter-Allies will be in Bichim, Chelsea will be at Brukum to play Mediama SC, and Bolga All Stars will play host to Liberty at the Tamale Utrecht Academy Park, and Elmina Sharks back to the Indum Stadium in Elmina to play Wafa, and Olympics at Accra will play host to Ediana, and Tema Youth will be at the Tema Stadium to play Wa All Stars. So away from the Ghana Premier League, we've got matches in the English Premier League this weekend, and obviously Chelsea will be hoping to extend their lead on the English Premier League table. They are really under fire or under pressure from Tottenham Hotspur, who are currently doing very well in the league. Well, one man who's been helping Chelsea in this season's league is Diego Costa. His goals has ensured that Chelsea at this point are leading the English Premier League table. Week in, week out, he's been scoring, and his form has been amazing. Well, Costa is keen on extending his stay at the club. So Costa will be leaning the lines for Chelsea this weekend when they took on Bournemouth. They travelled away to play Bournemouth. Bournemouth last Tuesday went away to clinch a result against Liverpool at Anfield. 2-2 ended, and this weekend they'll play Chelsea. That is another game there, but we'll have Tottenham Hotspur. We'll play Watford. We'll have the fixtures for you. So there you go. Tottenham will start with Watford on Saturday, early kickoff. Then Stoke City, Liverpool at the Britannia Stadium. Man City, after losing 2-1 to Chelsea on Wednesday, are back to the Etihad Stadium to play Hull City, and West Bromwich Albion will play Southampton, with West Ham United also back at the London Stadium to play Swansea. So two brothers will face off again. Andre Ayew and his brother Jordan Ayew. The first time they played against each other in the English Premier League, Andre was with Swansea City and Jordan was with Aston Villa. And this time they're going to play again with Andre at West Ham United and Jordan at Swansea City. That's former club of Andre Ayew. And both players scored in that very game. The Aston Villa Swansea City game, Andre scored for Swansea and Jordan scored for Aston Villa. So we'll wait to see if that will happen this Saturday when the two brothers come up against each other in the English Premier League. Also, we've got Middlesbrough, Burnley, Bournemouth, Chelsea, and on Sunday, two matches. Sunderland will take on Manchester United with Everton, Leicester City at the King Power Stadium. On Monday, Arsenal will travel to play Crystal Palace away. Well, the game was played in the Spanish La Liga, and Valencia, they defeated Celta de Vigo 3-2 at the Mestalla. Highlights for you. So Valencia won that game. Matches that will be played in the Spanish La Liga this weekend: Villarreal, Atletico Bilbao, and also Espanyol will take on Alaves, with Real Madrid will come up against Atletico Bilbao. Sevilla, Deportivo La Corona will happen this weekend. Malaga, Barcelona, Granada, Valencia, and Celta de Vigo will take on Eibar, with Osasuna, Leganés, and Las Palmas, Real Betis, and we'll have Real Sociedad as well as Sporting Gijón. Well, we also will see action in the Italian Serie A, and Empoli will be at home to play Pescara. Then we'll have Atalanta, Sassuolo, with Juventus, Chievo Verona. Juventus will be hoping to extend their lead on the Serie A table. They've got a game at home at this Turin Stadium. They play against Chievo Verona, and Sampdoria, Fiorentina. AC Milan, Palermo will happen this very Sunday. Then Bologna, Roma, as well as Cagliari, Torino. Then we'll have Crotone, Inter Milan, Udinese, Genoa, and later Lazio, Napoli will also come your way on Monday. Well, away from football, the first Masters, that's a golf Masters in the year 2017, is on an American. Charlie Hoffman is leading after day one. Golf will come your way in our subsequent sports bulletins. Do join us on Sports Today this afternoon with Nathaniel Lato. Well, before I take leave of you, one of Ghana's coaching legends, that's Sam Arday, goes home today. Well, Ghanaian football fans have been paying tribute to the late Sam Arday.
What I can remember him of is when he led Ghana under 17 to take the World Cup, and apart from that, I know he's led Ghana to other tournaments, and in fact he's done a very good job for Ghana. And now that he's not there, at least Ghanaians should remember him. And the most unfortunate thing is that people are not remembered when they are alive unless they are dead. For me, Sam Arday, I've met him personally before. I know he was a police officer and he was living at Cantonment. That is where I had the opportunity of meeting him. So, but now that he's not there, what can we do? We just say, well done, and he should rest in peace.
He can unite the players, motivating the players and things. Or we are down or maybe we are winning. That's the encouragement I think they can do. So I know he's a good man or a good coach. And I think we are. You see, I can say we are shorting the coaches in this nowadays. Of late, the good coach, the best coach are gone. We don't know the reason.
One thing that I remember very well about him is the multi-system, the strategy that he used to make Ghana proud by winning the Under-17 Cup for us. And it's one great achievement that I do remember him with. Yes, Sam Arday really did put Ghana first, because even when he was able to win the trophy, what did the government did for him? They didn't do anything concrete, but his legacy that he left, now that he's dead, we all remember him with. So what are we also doing so that tomorrow when we pass, people will remember us with?
I can remember a few things about him. I like leading Ghana to the 1995 World Cup. I think it's World Cup yeah, and he introduced multi-system in Ghana here. And I think the other coaches don't have that idea about using that multi-system. And And what it pity me is like most of the coaches didn't go to him for advice about that system. So that's what I don't see a good thing about the other coaches.
Well, I remember him for the multi-system that he brought to our football system, especially when he was able to send the youth to the Olympic Games and won the bronze. And I think it's something I can always remember in my mind.
So the multi-system man, Sam Arday, goes home today. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Well, we'll be there and we'll bring you whatever that will happen at his funeral this afternoon. Well, we go on the Manjo Online Sports page before I take leave of you. And a lot of stories there. Kotoko assistant blames referee for defeat at Mediama. That's Gordon Ablode, his assistant coach of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and he's blaming the referee that officiated their game against Mediama SC at the Takwati and A Park for their defeat. Also, there is a video of Michael Essien. You can watch his first goal for his new club Persib in the Indonesian league. Financial constraints played a role in Kwesi Appiah's decision. This is coming from George Friye, who is Ghana Football Association vice president, and Kwesi Appiah should work with no pressure and advice for new Ghana coach Kwesi Appiah. Coach Sam Arday to be buried today. The story was posted yesterday, so Coach Sam Arday will be buried today, and his funeral will be at the State House Banquet Hall. Also, a lot of our videos here on the sports page. You can go there. Eden Hazard at the double as Chelsea maintained title advantage. The match that was played in midweek, you can get to read that match report as well. Lots of stories on the My Joy online sports page. The one about Michael Essien, his video, the first goal, debut goal in Indonesia, and also the story about George Friye saying that financial constraints played a role in Kwesi Appiah's reappointment. My name is Benedict O, so that's how we end today's sports here on the AM Show. Have a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of the program.